the pictures that your partner masturbates to is like maybe an influencer fully clothed at a sunscreen event. You know that guy? Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of ZULA Answers. I'm Brenda.
And I'm Fauzi.
And today we'll be taking a look at some stories and discussing whether they are considered cheating or not. Yeah, so on that note, have you cheated or been cheated on before?
What the fucking fuck?
Getting started already.
No lah, I don't think I have any experience.
Yeah, same.
Okay, cheating. What would you consider cheating?
Good question. I feel like there's two types of cheating, emotional cheating and physical cheating.
Okay, are you comfortable with your partner having friends? Oh,
kidding.
Friends. Having friends. No, you must be in a dungeon.
Having friends with people
of the preferred gender.
I'm okay. How about you?
Anything, sir. I don't believe in cheating. I feel like cheating is a result of lack of communication.
Yes.
Different people have very different thresholds when it comes to cheating. And I feel like some people might think it is and some people might think it's not.
Correct.
And I think it is not us placing judgment. It is us just basing it on our own personal experience and personal understanding of what cheating is.
Alright, so story number 1 is titled, Is This Considered Cheating? So here's my story. In 2021, I got to know this guy, A. We met and things got quite hot after the first date. I decided to ask if we can be exclusive and he just said yes.
Congratulations.
Yes,
You're
very
one step
good.
ahead than Brenda and I.
Why you gotta like
Always.
push us into the well?
We are always in that well.
Yeah.
The well of singlehood.
After 2 months, I decided to ask for a proper status, but sadly, he said he doesn't want it and just wants us to continue being sex buddies. Since he didn't want to make us official, is it wrong that I went on other dates? Is it wrong that I wanted a committed relationship with someone?
Oh.
Eventually, we ended this FWB and I found B, who was willing to try to have a proper relationship with me. After a few weeks, A came back to me and told me that he wants us to be official and that he loves me.
Sorry, I want to
Fuck,
roll
too
my
late
I wanna
already
roll my
lah,
eyes. Yeah.
lame. But I was very skeptical about his intentions. So when I was seeing B, I was seeing A too. I know I still had feelings for A, but I know the right choice was B. But I just couldn't let A go due to the time we spent together. After deciding for quite a while, I decided to get back with A because B was actually a fuckboy who was secretly seeing others.
That's why.
So is what I did considered cheating?
I feel like we need to start from the very beginning because I feel like there are many layers to this story.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with A, alright?
Okay.
Let's start with subject first.
Okay.
They said, since he didn't want to make us official, is it wrong that I went on other dates?
It's not wrong.
Correct.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're not official, if you're not you've not had that conversation, then I feel like you are completely fine to go on other dates.
Yeah, and the fact that you already asked to be exclusive, but he really explicitly mentioned that
Correct.
he doesn't want to be in a committed relationship. So I mean, it's fine lah for you to go on other dates. Okay, now moving on to B. B is willing to try to have a proper relationship with the subject, but then after a few weeks, A came back and suddenly said he wants to be official.
See, this one is one of those things where I feel like A suddenly start seeing B like taking subject out.
What's that? It's
jealousy.
Like, yeah, and like there's competition suddenly.
Yeah.
And then I feel like there's this thing. I was talking to my guy friends and they mentioned that like competition makes them want something even more. So this is what A is doing.
Yeah, correct.
Ha.
So what do you feel about that?
He's fucked up, right? It's too late. It's too
I
late
agree.
already.
I think that's my first impression of it. I feel like it's too late because you lost the chance when obviously the subject here obviously wanted to try to make it some sort of official.
Yeah.
And you said no.
No, but after the subject say she still have feelings for A.
Okay, that's fine. But then she was also, this subject was also dating A and B at the same time. Now, what do you think about that?
If it was me, right, I would like go out on dates with both and then like just test waters lah.
Okay.
And see which one I have chemistry with, and then I'll just settle for one.
So is the process of dating two people at one time okay?
I think it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay for me.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
Okay, back to
plot
this.
twist. The plot
The
twist.
twist is the subject decided to get back with A because B was actually a fuck boy who was secretly seeing other people. B.
Huh.
Okay,
No,
okay.
but they're not official. But let's be fair, they're not official then, right?
Yeah, they are not.
He also said that he wanted to try to make some sort of relationship work with the subject,
correct,
right?
correct.
So now is the intention of trying to do something, or intention of trying to make it official, considered official enough for him to stop dating other people?
Because I do feel like to a certain extent, although they don't have the status, right? It's already like said out. It's already like discussed.
But then
that we are working towards an official like committed relationship. So if there's anything in between, like he's seeing other people, then he can just say just be open about it. Like don't need to keep it secretive.
But what about the subject then dating both A and B at the same time? Is there a double standard?
Is it just like fucked up people meeting fucked up people? And then they all just get fucked up. Like, do you think that what B did is wrong?
Considering that they're not official,
Yeah.
but he was the one who wanted to try to make it official, that'll be weird lah.
It's a bit of a red flag,
It is lah.
But okay, but at the same time, I agree. I understand where you're coming from. That
Yeah.
actually the subject is doing the exact same thing as B.
Correct. Unless the subject, right, told A and B,
Yeah.
okay, today I'm going to date each of you.
I doubt
Both
it.
of them are completely aware that this subject is dating both A and B at the same time.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I think
They
like
confirm
nobody
don't
that
know.
confident.
Yeah,
right?
nobody is that confident.
So is what I did consider cheating? Okay, so the question very straightforward. We are answering for the subject.
Yes.
Because the subject of this story is the one asking the question.
Okay,
Is it
we
considered
answer
cheating?
together.
Okay.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
No. Yeah. I think it's very straightforward. To me, if it's not official, then you're not cheating.
Yeah, then you can do whatever the hell you want.
Truly. Story number 2. So I've had this close male friend for about 10 months. About 2 months ago, he kissed me when drunk and admitted he has liked me since the day he'd met me.
Oh, it's a K-drama.
I wasn't sure how I felt at first, but over the next few weeks, we began hanging out more and started kissing and cuddling, then eventually having sex. Wow, it's not really suspicious already.
Yeah.
I was hesitant at first because I was scared to ruin the friendship. We both have the same best friends, so if things don't work out, if things didn't work out, it would make everything awkward. But the more time we spend together, the more I'm starting to really like him, and I know he really likes me too. We've slept together about 4 times over the past few weeks, and we spent entire days just lying around cuddling, and he's constantly telling me how much he likes me and how he wants to spend a lot more time with me in the future. We haven't told our friends yet, but a few of them suspect things. We haven't exactly said to each other we're official or exclusive, but I think that's mainly because I've been a little scared to rush things, so he told me there's no pressure and we could take things slow. The only thing is, last night he went out with a group of his friends, and one of them said he kissed another girl on the dance floor and then disappeared with her.
Oh, man.
I know back when we were just friends and he was single, he often hooked up with girls on the dance floor when drunk, but that was fine with me as it was just a bit of fun. But now I'm starting to really like him and I'm actually devastated. I haven't told him I know yet, but because I'm not sure I'd be overreacting since he isn't technically my boyfriend. But I feel like I wouldn't be able to move past it because I'd constantly be worried he'd cheat on me in the future. I feel like our friendship is now ruined for good because I don't think we could go back to being just friends now. Feelings are involved. What do you think? TLDR, me and my friend have just started sleeping with each other. We aren't official, but things seem to be heading that way. Now I found out he's kissed and possibly slept with another woman on a night out, and I don't know whether it's classed as cheating or not.
I just am so confused because there are so many layers and everything is just grey areas. So if you ask me now just by reading the confession, if it's considered cheating, I would say no.
Okay, why?
I would say no because they are not officially together.
Correct. But my first thought is that he was the one who confessed to her that he liked her first.
Yeah.
Right? So obviously he was the one who was trying to like, hey, I actually really do like her. Even though if it's drunk or whatever, he was the first one to actually go and say that he liked her. I feel obviously there was some sort of consent here. Right? I mean, the guy obviously... I don't think the guy is forcing her to do anything.
No, she wants it.
She obviously wants also.
Yeah.
Okay, next part. They've obviously had a conversation about taking it more seriously.
Correct.
Because the girl says, I don't want to rush into things, and the guy says, no pressure. Which means, right, the guy,
the guy sort of acknowledged and
Correct.
he wants to be in a committed relationship.
Correct.
But he respect the girl.
Correct. Now, this is the point where it's becoming a little bit grey. Is her saying that she wants to take it slow and him acknowledging that they don't need to rush into things, an agreement into saying that one, they're not official, two, that he can do whatever or both of them can do whatever they want.
If I'm the girl, right, and we've had that conversation.
This is the conversation. Let's bring it back to confession 1. When I say you're not official, but you still like, I don't want to let you date other people.
No, wait. No. But
you see where it gets muggy.
no, but okay, the previous conversation didn't state the details on how they had
No,
the
but
conversation.
remember I asked you, what do you feel about... This
Don't.
is the reason why I asked you this, because it's a very important question. Because it does
shit.
exist where even if you're dating, there might be some sort of feelings involved, and that there is that almost uncommunicated expectation that you shouldn't be dating anybody else.
Yeah.
And that is a problem, and goes back right into my beginning theory about if you all can communicate better, this wouldn't have happened. No feelings would have been messed up. No confusion would have happened.
If you want to go outside and like date other girls, like date other people, then you just say like, okay, we can take things slow, but does this mean that I can go out and see other people? Just set the boundaries.
Correct.
It's not that hard, you know?
Correct. The next part is about him going and like having a bit of fun with another random girl.
Yeah.
Okay lah, and it's a lot of speculation. Nothing was confirmed.
Oh, that's true. It's actually she heard from a friend.
Correct.
Yeah. I feel like knowing the truth is very, very important. And if it reveals anything, it just reveals like the person's true personality or like their true traits lor.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah, then if it ruins the friendship, then everything happens for a reason.
Okay. So at the end of the day, question is it considered cheating that he's kissed and possibly slept with another woman on a night out?
We answer together?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not official. I'm sorry. Like, as much as you think or you want it to be official, I think in the most basic definition of cheating, I feel like there needs to be some sort of commitment to be broken. The next story here, okay? I've been in a committed relationship with my former classmate from NUS since our second year in uni. And after 7 years, I proposed to her and we are making wedding plans. Very nice. But I've kept one secret throughout all this time, which is that I have had fantasies of sleeping with other female friends in our clique and have masturbated to them occasionally. Oh dear. I've never made a move with any of them, and my girlfriend and I have even attended the weddings of some of these friends together. Fantastic. And I am happy for them finding their partners too. But I have just continued fantasizing about them on and off. It's not even a fixation on any one person. The sex I have with my girlfriend is good, and we have a strong intellectual and emotional connection, so I will not actually want to date or marry and live day to day with the other friends I fantasize about. And still, I don't see myself stopping these fantasies after marriage. TLDR, I love my girlfriend, but I'm still sexually attracted to other friends, some of whom are married. Now that we are heading to marriage, I'm wondering if this is a form of mental cheating, or if I am not loving my significant other enough, or if it is even normal to feel this way. Of course, I have not said anything to my partner and intend to keep it that way, but would like to hear the views of the crowd, especially married guys. Am I feeling something wrong here?
Yes.
Is it okay to be in a relationship, marriage, and your partner masturbates to porn?
Oh, yeah, I wanted to bring in the example.
Yes.
I think it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not the same when you know the people.
Okay. So it's not the same. Why is it different?
Because you know the person.
But
I know, but you have to say the guy will never touch those people, or like they will never
nobody
do
will
anything.
know. But do you think it's cheating? Mental cheating.
Yeah, mental. Yeah.
But why is it okay to do it to porn?
Wow.
Is it okay? Is the fact that it's porn because it seems less attainable?
It's like you watching movie.
Okay.
Like, okay, I like this actor, but I will never get him.
I feel like it is cheating if you are asking whether it's cheating or not. In a sense, right, he's already questioning if he really should be doing it. And I think if you're questioning whether you should be doing it, the answer is most of the time, no, don't do it. And I feel like the fact that he says like, I don't see myself stopping these fantasies after marriage, then I feel like there is no remorse with regards to like, you know, feeling bad about it.
Yeah, I'm trying to put myself in like his future wife's shoes, right?
Okay.
So if I'm the wife and then I find out maybe like years into our marriage that he has this fantasy, right? I honestly would be appalled, but I won't know what the fuck to do because it's not cheating. But I will also be so weirded out that I don't know if I can like tolerate it and continue being with him, you know?
Wow.
That's so...
It's so great. I'm like a 50-50. I can't make a decision.
This is the most complex confession we've had on ZULA Answers, I feel.
Yeah, I feel like probably is eh.
Like really, there's no answers, yeah.
The answer, it depends on the person or person to person.
Okay, to me, it's a form of... It's not even emotional cheating. Like mentally, he's cheating.
Yeah.
To me, it's
Okay.
borderline.
Okay.
You?
I must say like I'm a 60% it is cheating, 40% it is kind of not. Yeah, only because, right, technically, again, it is really purely very carnal. I just want to masturbate and get it off, you know, that kind of thing. There is no intention of like making it into a physical connection. Then I guess it's a bit suspicious lah. But I feel like if you start then developing feelings or the masturbation affects your sexual life with your wife.
Yeah.
Or like, for example, if you're having sex with your wife, then you think of the girl.
Then cannot.
other
That
girl.
one cannot.
That one is a no.
That
That one 100%
Yeah, that
like
one cannot.
fucked up, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Go and chop your dick off.
So if you all have any thoughts on this confession,
I would like to
please
know.
share them in the comments
Hey,
below.
100%. If you have any opinions, right, tell us whether you think it's cheating or not. Because I want to know.
Same
I want to be educated.
Yeah.
Alright, story number 4. It's been slightly more than 2 years since I got together with my boyfriend. I'm 24 female and he's 26 male. Thank you very much for clarifying. Most of the times we cannot
Very
assume
clear,
the gender. And we both met through uni CCA and have become close friends before getting together. He loves me very much. He rarely throws tantrums and all lashes out at me, even when he's in a very bad mood. He would buy me gifts and my favorite food, drinks, and snacks without me asking for it. Not only that, he never forgets our monthly, anniversary, my family members' birthdays, and he always tries his best to turn up to our family gatherings during special occasions. Besides that, he would make time for me whenever I need his help, like discussing my job applications, my studies, my issues at work, and with my colleagues and so on. I would say he's pretty much almost perfect in every sense. I almost never question his loyalty because he's an introvert who doesn't know how to communicate with girls. And he always takes pictures and videos of what he's doing. Plus, we have calls every night as well. I mean, trust is important in a relationship, and so far, I have never seen any red lights or anything that triggers my lack of trust in him.
So far, he sounds pretty good.
Yeah, my question is, where can I find one of these guys?
Yeah, that's why. Can buy?
Hello?
From where?
You don't want, you give me. Alright, however, a few weeks ago, I discovered that he has this habit of saving pictures of girls. Like, these girls can be his friends, my friends, acquaintances, colleagues, influencers, celebrities. When I confronted him about it, his explanation was, it's just my fetish to please myself whenever I'm alone, but I have no feelings for them and no intention to hit on any of them. My trust in that moment was 50-50 when he told me that, but when he showed me the conversation with those friends, they indeed very seldom talk, and most of the conversations were months ago, and the way he replied didn't seem like he's flirting or talking dirty at all, so I forced myself to trust him. I didn't force him to do anything about it because my female friends used to tell me that it's better for guys to DIY themselves rather than cheating with other women. He seemed very calm about it during the confrontation, so I guess he thinks it's a norm among guys. However, I have no idea if other guys share this habit of saving hot pictures, and I suppose there are fetishes that are much worse than my boyfriend's. Does this say anything about my boyfriend? Is it a norm among guys? I know everyone is different in terms of ways of satisfying the lust, and I should accept and respect my boyfriend's too due to mutual respect, and since he's always been so nice to me. Yet I still do feel uncomfortable about it because even my exes who cheated on me didn't do such a thing. I think it's fine. To me, it's like the previous story. No intention whatsoever. It's like literally guys saving porno for them to please themselves later.
Oh man.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll be okay if my partner does this.
Huh? Masturbate. But then we talk about porn just now, you say okay what?
But now got colleagues, acquaintances, friends, my friends, his friends.
Okay, let's classify.
Okay.
So porn stars.
Porn stars. You know why?
Okay.
It's the same as like you're watching a Korean drama, you're watching a movie, right? It's the expectations of things.
Okay, what about actress in a Korean
Unattainable.
drama then now?
Can.
Okay.
That one give chance. Cannot get
Kim
one.
Kardashian influencer celebrity kind.
Kim Kardashian damn high level. Can. Okay.
Oh, okay. So that means any personal contacts, meaning friends, colleagues, whatever, or no.
Yeah, no. If you are masturbating to pictures of people around me, right, it means that like I feel like my everything like doesn't satisfy you, you know? So let's talk about the type of photos.
Okay.
So for example, for porn stars, right? They are naked and they are doing what they need to do, right? But what if, like what the producer said, the pictures that your partner masturbates to is like maybe an influencer fully clothed at a sunscreen event. You know that guy? Because I would find it
posing with a bottle or something.
Yeah.
Fucking weird.
I would find it not so weird if say it's a bikini picture, then okay, you know? You can imagine. But then like if it's fully clothed, like, you know, wearing some like vest with a t-shirt inside up here, beanie, then like the long
Basically, you're describing Leah Shannon and I don't want to yuck anybody's yums.
Yeah.
You know, different people have different fetishes. Because I feel like in the heterosexual world,
yes,
right,
yes.
a lot of straight men, right, they confirm, right, plus shop, right, they save photos on Instagram, like hot girls photos. But one thing I want to say about this story is that actually I should be, as a girlfriend, right, I'll be very happy, right, that the guy is fucking honest with me. In my mind, right, I'll be like, oh, actually, that's very, very honest and very nice of him, no?
But it will always be at the back of my mind.
But maybe then you should also say like, okay, I don't feel comfortable with this.
Yeah.
Are you okay to like maybe not? Then maybe that you give him solution. Let me
Like?
send you some naked pictures of myself. How about that?
He like fully clothed though sometimes.
Oh, then you say, I'll take some fully clothed pictures of myself.
Or what you like, I take for you. Like I dress up and stuff. I take for you.
And I think again, I feel like all these things, right? It boils down to the whole idea about sexual fetishes sometimes. And then sometimes when different partners have different things that they're interested in, but they don't really communicate about it or they don't talk about it, then it becomes like secret. Wow, sex is such a complicated thing, you know what I mean? Very hard to boil down everybody's interest into one neat box. Wow, this episode has been challenging.
Yeah,
to say
very,
the
very,
least.
very challenging.
Yeah.
So after like reading all these stories, right?
Yeah.
Has our boundaries of cheating changed? Because at the start of the episode, right, the way we define cheating was very like in conventional boxes.
Yeah, I feel like it feels like it's very straightforward in the sense that whether you're committed, you're like official, or you're not, right? That to me seems like the you know, when you draw a mind map, right? It goes down like, are you official? Then it's not cheating. You're not official. Oh, sorry, you're official, that is cheating. If you're not official, that is not cheating. It's a very neat box. But then when it comes to introducing sexually charged actions, it becomes a little bit muggy, especially when it is technically not affecting anybody else.
Yeah, I feel like I may not be okay with a lot of the actions, but it doesn't mean that it's cheating.
Okay.
It's just that I may not be comfortable with it. You know?
Okay, that's actually a really good way to say it. Yeah. I think at the end of the day, I want to summarize it with saying like, if you think it's cheating, right, that's really a threshold. Means, right, it's completely valid for you to tell your partner that you are uncomfortable with this.
What a nice way to wrap this up.
Correct.
Because we have come to the end of this episode.
Yeah.
If you have any interesting confessions you want to share, we have our ZULA confessions form in the description box below, so you can submit them there. And of course, if you have anything to say about today's confessions or you have any interesting topics you all want us to talk about, you can leave them in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye. Don't send any more cheating stories because I'm a bit stressed now.
I stress ya now.